Our second award winner in local broadcast station category is WGAL-TV in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, a Hearst Argyle station, that's a name you're going to keep hearing, and an NBC affiliate. WGAL, a first-time winner, used its 8 full-time staff members, amazingly, 8 full-time staff members dedicated to political coverage, to offer viewers thought-provoking and visually engaging stories about the presidential campaign, as well as congressional and state-level races. In this clip, WGAL uses a traditional county mud sail to refocus viewers' attention on the mudslinging qualities of a local campaign. Let's take a look.
Next Tuesday's primary election day won't be all about the presidential race. There are some local races, important ones, that we'll be covering for you.
And one of them is the 13th State Senate District. It is a race that has had a fair amount of mudslinging recently between the 4 candidates, hoping to replace retiring Senator Gib Armstrong. So we invited the candidates to talk about the issues at a fitting place, a traditional Lancaster County mud sail. Now, 3 of them took part. News 8's Ann Shannon joins us with the first of a series of reports.
2 and 3, 2 and a half, and 2 and a half, 250 below, 50 below, 50.
It's ideal weather for the annual mud sail at the Rollinsville Fire Company. The soggy spring tradition brings people in from across the area. Most are busy bidding on the donated items being sold to help benefit the fire company.
Sold $18.
They sell everything from horses to hay here.
$4 got to be $4.25, $4.25, $4.25, $4.50.
And with the help of auctioneer Greg Jeffries, we're adding a twist to this year's mud sale. It's issues that are up for bid.
Folks, let's get on the gasoline prices there. What do you think about those gasoline prices? We have the highest prices in the region. Let's start them off at $3 a gallon. $3 a minute, $3.25, $3.50, $3.50, $3.75.
We thought the mucky mess would be perfect for meeting up with the candidates running for the state Senate seat that covers all of Lancaster County and a good portion of York.
Good morning. How are you? Paul Tebow.
Paul Tebow served 2 terms as Lancaster County Commissioner. He says it's his work in county government that made him realize things need to change on the state level. If elected, he's vowing to rein in state spending.
Steve McDonald.
Candidate Steve McDonald agrees. He says in his 10 years as recorder of deeds, he was able to cut the size of the operation by 50%. That saved taxpayers over $1 million.
Hi, Lloyd Smucker.
And while Lloyd Smucker serves as a township supervisor, he says it's his experience as a business owner that sets him apart. We're ready to get down and dirty with the issues. We turn to our auctioneer to see what's up for bid.
Folks, the next lot up is property tax reform. You know you want those prices low. Get them on down low. Get them on down low on property tax reform. We don't want them high. We got to get the property tax reform down. Make sure you see your senator about that.
And accepting on behalf of WGAL is Dan O'Donnell, the news director. Dan, congratulations.
So they have to show the mud sail. So I'm here today representing a team of people who made our coverage possible in 2008. We had an extraordinary year in Pennsylvania politics. We had, for the first time in 30 years, we had a contested primary in Pennsylvania. Usually we see the planes flying over, but we don't get much. We don't get to get into the game. But we had 7 weeks with the presidential candidates and a host of local races that were very important and very interesting to cover. I just want to take a minute to thank all the people who worked on the coverage, and I'm going to try not to forget anyone's name. George Lettuce and Joe Sanks covered the Obama campaign for us from the primary through the general election. Barbara Barr and Greg Berkey covered first the Clinton campaign and then the McCain campaign. She was a little concerned that people were going to start thinking she was a jinx, so we're going to try to do something about that the next time around. Ann Shannon, who you saw do that story, Ann's job was maybe the most challenging we had this time around, focusing on local and state races and making them as interesting and compelling as the as the title match, and making sure that people were paying just as much attention to those. Matt Belanger from our investigative unit, who did a lot of our ad watches and truth checks and other special projects throughout the year. Dan Maddox, our chief photographer, who the mud sail was his idea and his genius. It was a little weird, but whenever we got the raw tape back in, we all watched it in the newsroom and said, "We're not sure what we have, but it's pretty good. So let's go for it." And finally, Eric Nazarenis, my assistant news director, who, when we pulled a lot of resources from other parts of the station to dedicate so much to the campaign, he figured out a way to do all the logistics and all the staffing and make it work for us for almost a year. I also have to say thanks to Hearst Argyle. Our political brand is commitment coverage. Commitment 2008, Commitment 2010 coming up. And I think that word and that brand is very true and very accurate to what we... Good political coverage is a commitment. It's a commitment of time, and it's a commitment of resources, and a commitment of energy, and we get that leadership from our corporate leaders. They give us the resources we need to do the job that we're doing. We're a big company with stations coast to coast, but localism is what it's all about with Hearst Argyle. And finally, I just want to thank the people at USC and the Norman Lear Center for sponsoring and organizing this award. Now more than ever, I think it's important for us to make sure that our audience and our advertisers understand the value of good, objective, professional reporting, and awards like this reinforce that message and hopefully encourage future good works. So thank you all very much.
Congratulations, Dan. Our next